Hello, geometry and geotrig students. Today we're looking at an IXL skill that we're going to be doing as part of our algebra review for the beginning of our geometry course. And the skill is 8.6, solve linear equations, and that is under the geometry heading. Even though it's an algebra skill, the geometry section's got a little algebra review at the beginning of it, and that's what we're doing. Keep in mind here on IXL, if you are logged in, you should see your name. This is my name, obviously, but your name would show up here in the top right, and you always want to make sure you are logged in. That's how I'm going to be able to see your work. You'll notice I've got A6 starred. It should mean that it's going to show up starred on your list of skills. I'll try to do the best I can to keep those starred consistently. So, how do we solve linear equations? The idea is to try to get the variable alone. In this case, it is an m. We're going to try our best to get that m alone, and we're going to do things on both sides of the equation that are going to help us to isolate it and figure out what it equals. So this thing, it looks kind of like a fraction. You got that 3 down there, and that's probably for most of you the thing you'd most like to get rid of first. People don't like fractions. They want to get rid of them. So easy way to do that is to multiply both sides by 3. So what I'm going to do here on my Smart Notebook software is just bring in a 3, and those are going to cancel, and then I'm multiplying by 3 over here. So now all of a sudden I'm at 12 on the right side, and I'm just at a plain old m plus 8 on the left side. So now my m is a little closer to being all alone. I know that whatever m is, when you add 8 to it, you get 12. Okay, well, so some of you are probably already realizing what it is, but the step next to get it isolated is to subtract 8 on both sides. And how much work you show is kind of up to you on this. This is really not a super hard problem. Some of you can probably do it in your heads. But when you solve it, turns out m equals 4. So going back to IXL, we just put in that m equals 4. And there you have it. This is even easier. You guys are going to probably blow right through this skill rather quickly, but you got a c plus 9 equaling a 17. If you need the c alone, this is like the last step of the last one. All you got to do is subtract that 9 from both sides. So if you do 17 minus 9, you're going to get an 8. And you know, one thing, once you've got a few points amassed on IXL, you hate to go backwards. You want to kind of think carefully before you click submit. So if I plug that 8 back in, I should be able to see, yeah, 8 plus 9 does equal 17. So this answer does make sense. Another way you could potentially do these problems would be to check your work on Desmos, but really this is meant to be more of an algebra review, so I kind of like to see you just doing it step by step. If you do make a mistake, IXL will give you some hints, and it will give you some step-by-step instructions on how you could have done it right. So try to read those when you do make the occasional mistake and see if you can learn from it. So that is solve linear equations. Don't expect it to give you a ton of trouble, but if it does, the thing to do is to first read IXL's instructions and try to understand them, see if that can help you. But second, if you're still struggling, is reach out to me. You can contact me via email. You can leave me a comment somewhere on Classroom. We'll talk about that a little bit in some of our other videos, but make sure that you're getting this work done. And if you're struggling and it's taken a long time, maybe you're going around in circles and you get a couple right and a couple wrong, that's the time when you want to reach out and just let me know, and I can try to give you some help. So have a great day. Enjoy this relatively easy assignment, and we'll get back to it again tomorrow.